Hi, this is Paul with Pro35 Technology. That yellow circle is there's a bad guy in that car. He just came through the fence on the very back of this property, the very top of your screen. He created a hole in a fence, and then he climbed up about a 7-foot wall to crawl through that hole that drops off to an apartment complex. So he's just on a little midnight shopping spree. When you saw that yellow circle, our operators were watching him in that car, and they dispatched the Tulsa Police Department. And so they're just watching and observing what he's doing back here while the police are being dispatched. They want to watch for any kind of weapons that he might have, what part of the lot he's in, what he's up to, his clothing. In the event that he was able to leave before the police get here, he's wearing some very distinguishable clothes that if they drove past him walking down the street on their way to this property, they would probably recognize him, and they might stop and question him. Notice that when he gets in front of these cameras here in a minute, he's got a ball cap on, and he keeps the bill of his cap shielding his face. He doesn't know that we're watching him and that we're dispatching. He thinks that we're going to be looking for him, trying to identify him on the following day. And so he's got all the time in the world to be in this parking lot of this is a repair shop, and these are the customers' cars that are parked in the back of the repair shop. Understand, he's opening most of these cars. This repair shop encourages people to remove all the contents from their cars because they want to leave the doors open. They won't damage the doors if they're unlocked, right? So that's what they're doing here, and that's why you find several of these cars unlocked. And this particular bad guy doesn't break any windows or, as has happened in the past, pry doors open that are locked. He's used a tire tool in the past to gain entry and really does more damage to the cars than he takes. So they started leaving the cars unlocked and encouraging people to empty out their car. But the police are on the way, and he's just kind of going about his time. He's going to go through all these cars. And Tulsa Police did a great job on this, but you know, there's always things that we see in these videos because we're able to put all the videos in timeline, and it's kind of crazy what he's doing in the back of the lot as the first police officer drives up, and it's kind of fun. I'm hoping to share this with Tulsa PD, and maybe we can approach these facilities maybe a little better, and we can give better instruction. In fact, on this account, we've instructed that the exit point, which has happened several times here, is out that fence at the top of the screen. Every time that we've had these incidents happen here, the police drive up to the front and the bad guys run out the back. So now we're giving instruction, just to make sure, we're giving instruction that we might have the second unit come into the apartment complex before the first unit approaches from the front of the building. But this guy spends a lot of time. I didn't check the time here, how long it took for police to get there. But pretty impressive that Tulsa rolled 5 units on this particular event, and because they rolled so many cars, we were able to capture him as he was leaving. But he's just that bag that he's got there is pretty. I think that's actually a backpack, and so he's got it on. Imagine you're driving down the street at night and you see somebody walking with a backpack, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, have they been going through the neighborhood looking for open cars? Have they been doing that in this apartment complex behind where they caught this guy? That's what these guys do. They just walk around looking for open cars, and they get in and take your stuff out. Don't leave things in view in your car. I'm still about locking the car. I mean, that's how I do personally. I'm going to lock my car all the time. I got to show a breaking and entering, and my car's not always empty. But right about here, you're going to see the police driving up. And notice when the first police car drives up, he turns off his lights. When he enters the property, he's driving pretty slow. And I think he's probably responded to other events at this location. So it's kind of cool how he does it. And the guy's in the back, he has no idea that there's a police officer in the front lot. But when the second cruiser pulls up, he's a little more ready to go check this guy out. Remember, they're getting information on the radio of what they're watching. So they know this person's in the back of the building. And so it's kind of crazy when this next car whips in. The guy knows his time is up and he has to leave. But observe, the first police car comes in, no lights. It comes in pretty slowly. I'm wondering if we slammed on our brakes there. Anyway, when he entered the property, it was obvious to the guy in the back that he was out of time. So you can see it startles him and he knows it's time to go. And the other thing that's cool about this is as he's leaving out that hole, again, that's about a 7-foot drop. Now we got a third officer. And again, as we get to look at this, we've added instructions just so we've been down this road a couple of times. So we've caught other people in the back of this property. So anyway, now we got these officers entering the back lot. And watch as they're entering, one of them leans his head over to listen to his mic. Hey, he just went out the back fence. So they run over and they bail out that same hole to pursue him. This officer jumps up on the fence, and I think he's thinking about going over the fence until he sees that it's a 7-foot drop on the other side. That's a long ways down when you jump off of a 6-foot fence. So anyway, the chase is on, and then you'll see other units do pull into the apartments. So, they're on his trail, and they do capture him back there. So they made an arrest back in the apartment complex. And we use crimescene.com to record these videos and share them. If you haven't joined crimescene.com, I encourage you to. One of the things we'll be able to do with Crime Scene is we'll be able to link, we're going to hopefully have the mugshot of this person, and we want to share that mugshot with people in the area that have video that now we've captured him. So we want to share the video, share his mugshot. And thank you for joining us on crimescene.com and Pro35 Technology. Let's go catch bad guys.